Hi, welcome to Summerland SKOOL, SKOOL, online teaching program. Mine is called Caregivers. I have a total of 4 courses that have to do with caregiving. I'm creating these based on I have a PhD in special education, bilingual education, and language learning and culture. I have an EDS in special education. I have years of teaching special education, running a nursery school, teaching from all the way up nursery school all the way up through junior college. I really love teaching, and I love kids. And this program will be for disabled children is one course. Another course is for disabled and or elderly people, adults. The next one is for people with PTSD, addictions. Addictions can be drug, alcohol, nicotine, gambling, overeating, smoking, whatever it happens to be. I'm involved in 3 courses. 2 of them I manage online every week for people who've already come to the point that they want recovery from addictions. And the last one is self-care for the caregiver. Boy, is that fun. That's because you very often forget when you're a caregiver to take time for yourself. And I'm going to give you all kinds of grief about that. There's 2 more. They're listed as courses, but they're not really courses. One is to validate who I am, what I've done, why I've done it. And the last one is a showcase of things that another volunteer and I have done over the last, I've run the program Summerland for the last 36 years as a volunteer. The first time we ever asked for anything was last December. We asked for help buying a wheelchair for my husband. So there is a picture of him in the wheelchair. It's only the bottom half because school doesn't give you room for a whole picture. And I don't have a widow's nest. I don't have any savings for when my husband passes because, we've never been able to buy life insurance from him that's anything reasonable at all because he's a Vietnam War veteran. And the Veterans Association usually takes about 6 months to send any money to any survivors. So I've got 6 months that I need to take care of myself. So I'm showing you some of my art. It's all about taking care of the earth, which is my other passion. Caregiving and taking care of the earth are my 2 passions. And I hope to share both of those things with you because sometimes we have to be light and happy even when we're talking about very serious things. Okay, as far as caregiving children, I've had many years of teaching. Most of my students were Spanish speakers. Most of my students in classrooms, in private classrooms. I also taught for many, many years with church camps. I was in church camps all my time as a child, and I taught in church camps as church nurseries and situations like that as an adult. As far as elder people, I started hooking my mother up to tension. She had to be on traction at night because she broke her tailbone and damaged her spine when she was 3 years old. And she froze her legs as a child walking to school during the Great Depression. So she had a full body brace and she wore leg protection all the time. And I was an only child. My dad was usually gone on military missions. And my mother was also an alcoholic. So I had a lot of experience with alcoholism. When my father was home, he came home from World War II and the Korean War. He came home from the Korean War with PTSD, which I was diagnosed with C-PTSD, which is complex PTSD, which comes from living with a mother with alcoholism and a father with PTSD. And so I've studied that to great lengths. I had been married for 32 years to a man with PTSD from the Vietnam War. So between the 2 of us, I can tell you quite a bit about that. And I've been helping with drug and alcohol counseling online for some time now, and I have actually been a counselor either online or in person for nearly 40 years. I'm an ordained minister. I don't have a church at this point. I'm 79, so I really would rather work online so that I have more pacing and more. I just don't have the energy to be able to run a congregation now. Can't do it anymore. And that's, and besides, because I'm taking care of my husband too, and that's tough. So all of those courses, the text is free. There's no charge for the text. Anything I've written, and I'll be adding to it over, I'm just getting started, but I'll be adding to it, and as I do, there's no charge for that. But for online help, yes, there is charges, and some of them will be group, and some of them will be in person. They'll be person to person, one person to another person. So it's up to you, which way you like it, and I can help in any way I can. When I don't have an answer, I have a lot of peers who I graduated with. My peers were 20 to 40 years younger than me at the time, and because I graduated at 63. I was a special ed teacher long before I ever graduated. And I also have access to the university, so I can, and probably to other universities, because I still have my university email. I can probably ask other professors if there's a specialty item that your child or your elder is having problems with. I should be able to look that up and get some feedback. As far as your people with addictions, I am not a medical doctor, so I don't know the medication that people take, but I can find that out. I work with some people online that are actually overseas, overseas from me even. They're in the European areas, and I can get information from them. So I will check things out. If I can't answer it all on Zoom, I will get back to you with whatever I can find. So I hope that you will take a look at SKOOL, SKOOL, Summerland. It's on the internet, and you'll find the courses there, and you'll find me there most of the time. And if you have any questions right now, put them down below. And while you're down there, if you look up Summerland, you'll see the link to our website that tells all of the different activities we've been involved in over the years, all the different people that we've helped, and what we're doing now, including our art. Painting is what my friend in Mexico is doing, and I'm doing fiber art. So love to have you join us. Thank you.